Money is not the deciding factor for DeMar DeRozan this time around in free agency. It's all about the fit and the chance for a championship. He has a chance to go to Toronto to play with Kawhi Leonard going back home, play with Scottie Barnes. He has a chance to go to Miami to play with Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo. The spacing concerns are real with both of those teams, and the spacing concerns are also true for the new suitor, the Detroit Pistons. Can you realistically have him in your starting lineup next to Asar Thompson, next to Jalen Duren, with your only true shooters on that starting unit being Cade Cunningham and John Collins? The paint would be clogged similarly to what we saw in Cade Cunningham's early career, especially in those Troy Weaver days when there was nothing around him. He would get clogged inside, and the MVP Cade we saw might go down the drain. When we're talking about his best fit in Detroit, that would be coming off the bench. That would be playing the 4 spot. Is that his natural position? No, but can he suitably play? Yes. Can there be a lot of minutes as well for him with Cade Cunningham to kind of have that secondary scoring punch? I definitely think so. Just because he's coming off the bench doesn't mean he doesn't have a major role on this team, and it's something where I can see him averaging a good amount of points. Is the three-point volume going to stink a little bit? Yes, but when you're talking about the potential bench unit you have with Dennis Jenkins, Abuka Okori, or you're talking about guys like potentially Isaiah Joe, Duncan Robinson, along with like a Paul Reed who can semi-stretch the floor, that bench unit would be a place for him to really do well. And at this point in his career, I don't know what spacing you're going to get on those other teams as well, but the Pistons bench unit gives you the most opportunity to potentially win a championship and have a primary role on the team. Yes, Detroit has $46 million to play with under the tax line, but Jalen Duren is not yet signed, so that means you're going to have a big chunk of that going to him. And honestly, these other teams that can get DeMar DeRozan, I don't think they're going to be paying big money anyways. The minimum is kind of what Detroit can do with also having some long-term flexibility and short-term flexibility as well. But at the end of the day, we're in the modern NBA where spacing is such a key issue. He can only be deployed in certain spots, certain sets, all of that stuff. But I think his NBA IQ, put with Cade Cunningham, put with JB Bickerstaff, it could be a match made in heaven.